Hello everybody. If you watched my last video, I had 4 PCs in my inventory that I was still trying to sell, and luckily I have some good news. I was able to sell 2 more of those PCs. Shortly after I made my last video, I was able to sell the PC that had the i7 7700K combined with an RTX 2060. Somebody from Facebook Marketplace purchased that PC for $540 altogether. So I made a little bit of a profit. I'll put that here on the screen now. And then another PC that I sold was an RTX 2060 gaming PC that had an i3 12100F. I'm really excited about that sell because I sold that one on Java, and I've been wanting to sell more PCs on Java so that I can become a verified seller. And with this PC that I sold on Java, I didn't make any profit, I just broke even. But I'm okay with that because I just want to get the money back to where I can use it for future builds. So after getting this PC packed and ready to ship, I was able to send it out yesterday and get it to my local carrier's office so it could get sent to the customer. As of recording, I have 3 PCs in my inventory now that I need to sell, and I'm going to try to sell them for not much of a profit, maybe just break even so that I have more money to work with. And a PC that I added to my inventory recently was one that I worked on and built last year. It was a PC that I built for my mom so that she could play Minecraft with my nephew. And last year when I built this PC, I think it was in around June of 2025, it only cost me about $480 to build. And I'm not sure by how much, but I know that this PC would cost a lot more to build now. I think it's a pretty decent budget system, especially in today's standards, and I'll put the specs here on the screen. It has a Ryzen 5 3600 and an RTX 2060. But something that's really good about this PC is that it has 32 gigabytes of RAM at 3200 megahertz and a 1TB SSD. So the reason why I have this PC again is my mom never ended up actually using it. She realized that she actually plays Minecraft more on her laptop, so she actually didn't need the PC, and she couldn't think of any other reason to use it. So she gave it back to me and wanted me to resell it and try to make a little bit of a profit on it so that I could give some of the money to help my grandma. So what I ended up doing is hooking up this PC and getting all the Windows updates ready and getting the drivers updated and making sure everything else on the PC was running good. I also did a little bit of benchmarking with Fortnite. I didn't benchmark any other games because I noticed with these budget systems, most of my customers end up playing competitive esports titles like Fortnite or Valorant. And those games aren't very difficult to run, and with budget PCs like this, you can definitely get some high FPS numbers. So after getting this PC tested and making sure everything is up to date, I got it packaged and got all the pictures taken for it and got it listed on Facebook Marketplace OfferUp in Java. And hopefully this PC will sell pretty quickly, seeing that it has the 32 gigabytes of RAM and the 1TB SSD. I was hoping I'd be able to list it for a lower price than what I have it at, but it's important to me that I get as much money out of this PC as possible so that I can help out my grandma. Something else that I did recently was I wanted to get a new monitor because the ASRock Phantom gaming monitor that I had acquired some scratches on the screen, so they were kind of bothering me. And recently I had seen that Gigabyte was selling some new monitors that included Resident Evil 9 with it. So it ended up turning into a big old fiasco though, because I accidentally purchased the wrong monitor on Amazon and then was going through the process of trying to return that monitor. So then I purchased the monitor that I wanted on Newegg, but after receiving both monitors, I got the one from Newegg set up, and crazy enough, that monitor actually came with a dead pixel on the panel. So I thought it would be a good idea to cancel the return for the Amazon one, keep that monitor, and then return the one from Newegg. But after getting the one from Amazon set up, I noticed that monitor also had a dead pixel in almost the exact same spot as the other monitor. So ultimately what I ended up deciding to do is I decided to keep the more expensive Gigabyte monitor that I had gotten from Amazon. Even though it does have the dead pixel, it does have a better picture quality than my ASRock monitor, and it has a higher refresh rate of 200 Hz instead of 165 Hz. And also it does have a 3-year warranty, so I think what I'll end up doing is later down the road using that warranty to request a repair and try to get a new one or just get this one repaired. As you can see, I have my ASRock Phantom gaming monitor right here. It's a 27-inch 1440p monitor with a slightly curved panel. But another reason why I wanted to get another 1440p monitor is now I can use this monitor for testing my gaming PCs to see how well they perform in 1440p instead of testing them at 1080p. Like recently when I had that PC that I built with the Ryzen 7 3800X and the RX 6800, it performed really well in 1080p, but I thought that it would probably get the best use case out of a 1440p monitor. So now I'll be able to take that PC, set it up, and test it with this monitor and see how well it performs. So that's what I ended up doing, is I ended up taking that Ryzen 7 3800X PC that had the RX 6800. I took it out of storage, got it all set up, and after installing some Windows updates, which took an abnormally long time, I don't know if this is the norm for security intelligence updates for Windows 11, but it took a really long time to download these updates. But after I got the PC updated, I was able to start testing some games, and what I ended up doing is I downloaded Fortnite and played this game at DirectX 12 settings with 100% resolution scale and with the Epic preset. And at first we were getting like around 40 FPS and the 1% lows weren't that good. So then I adjusted the settings to the high preset. And after doing those adjustments to the settings, we started getting like an average FPS of around like 60 to like 70 FPS. I know realistically no one would really play Fortnite at these settings. It's better to use performance mode to get as high as FPS as possible. But it was cool to see how well this system performed with the 1440p monitor. And then another game that I wanted to test that's actually a little bit of an older title now, but the 2018 Rise of the Tomb Raider, I tested at the max settings. And with the maximum settings, we were getting an average of around 100 FPS, which I thought was really awesome for this PC. And the game looked really good. So this lets me know that this PC is definitely more suited for 1440p gaming. And now going forward, I can test most of my games using the 1440p monitor, and that can give me a better idea of the performance of the PCs that I'm building, because if they can do relatively well at 1440p, then at 1080p, they're gonna be very good PCs. Something else that I wanted to talk about was a graphics card that I recently got from a parts haul. And one of the budget PCs that I purchased and I took apart to use for another build, it had an RX 580 4GB inside of it. And I was unsure what to do with this graphics card, but it was pretty dirty. So first I took it apart, got it cleaned up and reapplied thermal paste to the graphics card. And now I think it looks really nice all cleaned up. And I was thinking about maybe making a very extremely budget system with this graphics card. Maybe picking up a cheap motherboard off of AliExpress and throwing in like a Ryzen 5 3500X. And I was thinking about making just as cheap a build as possible and seeing how well it would perform in today's standards. And then selling that PC for maybe an extremely cheap price. So we'll just see. That'll probably be something I'll work on in the future. But as of right now, I still have those 3 PCs I'm selling. I have the one that I got from my mom. I have the Ryzen 7 3800X PC with the RX 6800. And then I still have that one PC with the RTX 5050. So hopefully that one will sell soon because that's the oldest build we have right now. And I was recently thinking about parting it out and maybe selling each component, but I feel like that would be doing an injustice to that PC. I feel like it's still a really good build and hopefully eventually somebody will end up purchasing it and it can find itself a home. I feel like it's more than capable, and maybe here soon I'll hook it up to this monitor and see how well it performs at 1440p. But I definitely know that it's a workhorse at 1080p, that it performs really well. But that's all I have for you guys for now. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe give me some suggestions of what I can do with that RX 580 4GB graphics card. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, this is Fish, and try not to get blown up.